Hey, what's up, you guys? Big Time Collector 01 here, back at it again with another face-off video. But today is a very special day for me. It is my birthday. Hooray! Today I'm turning 22. Ooh, just if you guys were curious. But today we'll be taking a special look at these two very special figures. Well, one just came out, but this guy here is very special to me. This is my very first action figure that I ever owned. Well, not this version specifically. I'm keeping this one on card. I will be taking a look at the open one that I have. This is from my childhood from 20 years ago. This is the face-off between the 2003 Zipline Batman versus the 2023 Hush Batman, the black and gray version. So, let's kick off this face-off and let's get to round one. So starting off with round one, we have packaging, and let's take a look at Zipline Batman first. As you can see, he has a very colorful blister card. And as you can see, you have the Bat logo up here, looking like the Bat signal. I do like how the trail is on the bubble here on the window. It's just really cool to see that. You get Zipline Batman at the bottom with some awesome artwork. You get Batman at the top for ages 4 and up. I got this when I was around 3, so I was too young to have this figure. This was made by Mattel. I got this at my local toy store. I only got it for 15 bucks. What a steal. And on the back, you get some figure photography showing off what, the launcher can do with the missile and the zip line and other figures from the line. I actually have a few of these on hand right now, like these two right here specifically. I never had the Batmobile, never had Robin. I remember having the Joker, but I don't have him anymore. But yeah, I remember I've always wanted that Batmobile when I was a kid. And then here's some legalese and stuff like that. But yeah, very colorful packaging, and it will stay this way, mint on card. Moving on to the black and gray Hush Batman. I got this figure from Walmart, and as you can see, it's got, the regular DC Multiverse packaging. You got the blue, the blacks, DC Multiverse at the bottom. It's very uniform. On the side, you get the QR code for the DC Infinite, app. Some really nice Jim Lee artwork on the back. Here's a barcode at the bottom. I feel very sorry for you if you got this from Amazon, because I pre-ordered this guy off of Amazon like in October. Not in October. No, in July. And this guy just kept getting delayed. He got delayed 3 times, and he hasn't showed up yet. I got this one at Walmart. I'm still holding out on the one that's coming from Amazon because I want to keep one in package as well. But this one will be opened up. Both packages are really nice. I do like the uniformity and just the consistency that we've been seeing with McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse. But the edge just has to go to Zipline Batman. Not only just for nostalgia, but just because, just look how it looks. It looks awesome. You get the bat signal up there. It's colorful. It's got, really nice artwork and figure photography on the back. And look at that. It's got the old DC logo. Love it. So round one goes to Zipline Batman. Moving on to accessories, starting off with the new McFarlane Hush Batman. It comes with your basic DC Multiverse base. A trading card with some really nice artwork. I'm really glad they used different artwork for this one. As you can see, you get the bio on the back. If you want to read it, pause it right now. He also comes equipped out of the packaging with a gripping hand and an open hand. And that is to hold his batarangs. You can just, pop them right. And so, you can have him hold it. But if you don't want these hands, you can pop these right out. And you can replace them with these 2 fisted hands. Again, these are the same ones as the blue Hush Batman. As you can see, he has the kryptonite ring on one. But yeah, they're the same as the blue Hush Batman. So this is just a straight up repaint of this. Zipline Batman comes with a launcher, or like a little missile with the rope. He comes with the launcher, another missile, and then this so he can hold on and zipline down, and, right into action. One problem. I don't have any of these accessories open, and I am not opening this figure just to get them. But here's the special thing about this figure. He has really rubbery hands, so you can just, move the fingers around. But that fueled my younger self's imagination to give him anything I wanted. I mean anything, including guns. But yeah, when this figure came, when I had this figure, You know, I had a blast playing with this guy. I would give him any accessory I could find out of my little, toy chest and drawer. I would give him swords, I'd give him guns, I'd give him anything, because he could hold it. He could hold anything in here. So I'd have so much fun and hours of playtime with this guy just because he could hold something as simple as a sword or a gun. The Hush Batman here may come with a lot of accessory, using a great amount of hands, but it will never amount to all the hours of fun and imagination that I had with the Zipline Batman, giving him all the weapons that I could. So this round goes to the Zipline Batman. Now moving on to round 3, we have Paint and Sculpt. And starting off with the Hush Batman, as you can see, he's basically just all reuse of the blue and gray version. But I remember, if you guys remember in this review, I said it like 3 times that I wanted to see a black and gray version of this figure with the fixed elbows, and we got it. So yeah, like I said, it's basically just a repaint, nothing much to really go over. It's just, the black, the gray, yellow, that's really it. But again, it just looks so much better with these color schemes. I will never, knock the blue and gray Batman, but the black and gray will always be my special favorite look for Batman, and you'll see why in just a second. Now taking a look at the Zipline Batman, it's the same exact color scheme as the new Hush Batman, but this was my very first Batman or 6-inch action figure. I've freaking loved this thing to death, even back in 2003, and even now, this is still my favorite Batman action figure of all time, and it's so very simple. Just look at it. It's black, it's gray, it's got the yellow pouch belt, it's got the long ears. I love it. So my ideal look for Batman is basically this: black, gray, yellow pouch belt with a solid bat logo. This is my definitive looking Batman. So you could tell I was excited for this guy when he came out. Like, when he was announced, I lost my mind. I pre-ordered this thing right away. Again, still hasn't arrived. Like I said, I got this at Walmart. But yeah, I was very happy, to see that this guy was getting made, because it's just basically an updated version of this, my very first and favorite Batman action figure. So this figure was made by Mattel, and basically almost all their Batman action figures had a cloth cape. It's very small, it's not as impressive as, what we have nowadays, but it got the job done, and that way he could fit in the Batmobile, and he would have this awesome plastic, like shoulder piece right here on the shoulders. So I always loved this figure. I've always had so much fun with it. It's just, again, basic. It's even got the trunks painted on, and I love that. Another thing I really like about this figure are the treads on the boots. It's got the bat logo on the bottom there, and I love it. It's always been one of my favorites. This has always been one of my favorite designs for this Batman. But another thing about this Batman that shares a very similar quality with the Hush one that we just looked at, it's reusing, or every Batman that came after it reused the same freaking body. Let's look at these 3. They're both from the same line. I believe those were the 2 that I saw on the back of the package, but they all use the same body mold. But what I liked about this line, like from today's standards, is that they all have some sort of different part to them. As you can see, almost everything here is shared with one another, but the belt and the head. The head is different from this one. And then this one is definitely different. He's got scuba gear. He's got, different feet, different, forearms. He has a different head. As you can see, he has some detail. But yeah, he's got a lot more different things going on. And unlike this Hush Batman, it's just a repaint of this Batman, but this Batman was just a retool of this Batman. So it just shares reuse amongst all the other Batmans. But I do like how Mattel tried new different parts with this guy. The Hush Batman here is one of my favorites. I love the blue one when I got it, but this one's definitely my most preferred version because of the color scheme. But again, it is just a repaint of the Hush Batman, the first one. The Zipline Batman, like I said, was the base body of every Batman in the line, but Mattel really did a good job of trying to make every figure in the line very unique and different from one another, giving it different belts, different heads, different forearms, sometimes even different feet. So like I said, they tried different things with the figure in the mold, and it worked. So this round goes to Zipline Batman. Now moving on to round 4, we have articulation. Starting with the Zipline Batman, he has rotation at the head that goes 360, rotation at the arms, and they can move out that much and down. No arm articulation at all, no bicep, no elbows, but he does have a glove swivel, does have a waist rotation. His legs can kick forward that much and back that much. That's more than we get with action figures today, man. Single jointed knees that bend in that much, it can bend more, so it's a little under 90. But also, no ankle articulation whatsoever. Now taking a closer look at the Hush Batman's articulation, starting off with the head, it is all one piece. Like I said, it's reused from the blue version. It can look down that much, it's at the base of the neck, can look up that much, can rotate, it's a tight rotation, can rotate all the way around, and you get some tilt. Shoulders can move up that much, they move down, they do rotate 360, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, wrists do hinge and rotate, and torso can crunch down that much, can crunch back, can pivot and rotate as well. The legs can kick forward that much, they can kick back. He does have a lot of, upper thigh rotation, double jointed knees, and McFarlane ankle balls that hinge down, up, rotate, and pivot, and has toe articulation. The Zipline Batman here doesn't have the best articulation. It's definitely outdated, and for, an action figure standard at that time, Marvel Legends had a hell of a lot more articulation points than the DC figures. But again, I had fun with it as a kid, as a 3-year-old. I had a lot of fun with it. But you can't deny all the articulation that the Hush Batman figure has. So this round goes to the Hush Batman. Before we get to the final round, let's take a look at a few comparisons first. Measuring them out, the Zipline Batman comes to around 6.5 inches tall, and then the Hush Batman comes to around 7 3/4 inches tall, almost to 8 inches. Wow, you can see how much bigger he is. And here's the black and gray Hush Batman, next to some other significant Batman figures that we have from the DC Multiverse line. We have Nightfall, the blue and gray Hush Batman, and the 3 Jokers Batman, all which are awesome. But I gotta say, my ideal look for Batman is the black and gray, and this will be my main Batman on my Bat Family display. And here's Batman next to some Bat Family members. We have the Arkham Knight Red Hood, and then the New 52 Red Robin. Here's the Zipline Batman next to some other Batmans from that 2003 line. I don't know any of these, variants names. I only know that this is like a scuba Batman. You can tell by the flippers. But doesn't this look very familiar? Yes, the 2003 Batman line was my biggest inspiration for the Batman Hall of Armor. I really love all the weird, wacky variants that we got from the 2003 Batman line. I've always loved these weird variants, but I've always had a very big soft spot for any Batman line to get the original. But again, the variants were always one of my favorites to have. Now into the final round, we have price, and I got this Zipline Batman. Well, my dad got this for me years ago back in 2003. I don't know where he got it. I don't know how much he got it for at that time. I don't know how much the line was costing at that time. It was probably around $15 or $10. I don't remember. But I got the one that was new and packaged for $15 at my, local comic book shop. But that's, I've also saw it at $20, $10. It kind of varies, but it is on the cheaper side. It's on the more affordable side. Same with this Batman. This figure just came out, so you're going to find him anywhere. I found mine at Walmart. He's available on the McFarlane Toy Store, Big Bad Toy Store, everywhere you can find your McFarlane figures, except for Amazon. Amazon is just being really complicated with my pre-order, so I'm hoping it can come in sooner than later because I do want a second copy to keep in box, but it is $19.99, $20, so around the same price as you can get this guy, but you can get him cheaper. So this round goes to the Zipline Batman. And the Zipline Batman wins the face-off 4-1. And the Hush Batman is such a winning sport, he is giving the victor a nice handshake. But at the same time, the Zipline Batman is passing the torch on to him. And that's the face-off. I know the Zipline Batman basically won won over the face-off due to my nostalgia with the figure, but I freaking love it still to this day. It's still basic, it's still very outdated, but again, I love it. It is my first 6-inch action figure to ever, grace my hands, and I was, it's a big inspiration for me, It started my collection. It really, started my love for Batman, all the variants. So I'm very happy that McFarlane made this black and gray Hush Batman, because again, it just threw me right back to 2003 when I got this guy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this face-off, because I had a very fun time, opening this, Hush Batman up and bringing out my old, very favorite, Batman out of my toy box. I still have, like, a drawer filled with just all of my old toys from my childhood. And this guy is just my favorite right here, the Zipline Batman. We all have our favorite toys growing up, and I wonder what yours was. My dad's favorite toy growing up was the Masters of the Universe He-Man. We just started a collection over, Masters of the Universe and He-Man, and he's just loving it. And, I get that same feeling when I see this guy, when I see this Batman. I just get that same very nostalgic feeling. So I'm very curious to see what your favorite nostalgia toy is. And if you guys still have it, let me know, because that'd be awesome if you guys still have it like I do. I hope you guys enjoyed this face-off, because I really enjoyed the two figures. And yeah, today I'm celebrating my birthday. I'll be 22, and this guy is now 20, being in 2023. So I'll see you guys in the next one. See you.